Ding dong. Hello everyone, today I'm enjoying the coldest temperature of the landscapes with just mountain climbing, which features a lot of hills and debris. So let's get started and climb up, which we're going to climb up the hills on the sky. Whenever I choose landscapes first or OCs first, I always have to choose which one is the best to put in. For landscapes, so at this point, in this photo, I'm creating a mountain with snow. Two of the mountains with snow that has to be wherever it's a snowstorm. Because in this picture, in this windy weather, you get to see the cold snowflakes, while the snowstorm or debris happens to happen this way. For those of you who know how to create mountains, it's multiple rocks and a bunch of highlights and chains in one of them. By the way, if this is a resemblance of Bob Ross's painting of the canvas, it's something that you might remember in the Joy of Painting show. For this trick, I'm using the multicolor palette shadings, basically because of how much the darker shadings and the brighter highlights. For the first darker shadings, you'll probably resemble why it's a little brighter, but for darker highlights for the second part, it becomes even more brighter depending how much it glows. Same as the highlights, whereas the first highlight, it becomes slightly brighter, but for a second highlight, it becomes more effective, knowing how it's sunny, or it's too sunny, or if it's just a light bulb getting close to you. So that's basically a detail of what it is. At this time, the rocks are slightly rougher, but I got them covered in snow. Even if it's already winter, but if it's not, basically you have to let me know whether it's cold outside. In Antarctica or North Pole, Santa lives there, but there are no mountains in this region. Or in Japan, or Tokyo, or in Sakura. So after we're done with the mountains, we're going to start with the shadings and the highlights of the clouds color palette. I'm going to be speeding up the part of this footage because there are so many clouds I had to shade. Nevertheless, you can barely see wherever I'm doing this. Okay, so now that we're done with the landscapes of every background elements of the mountains, we can finally get to creations of the OCs, and objects too. So this character, who is one of my OCs, loves to be able to write musical notes, and loves to ice climb, what he's doing right now, and it's Hidemasa Sakamoto. In one of my character bios in the wiki post, he is the friend of Louis Takahashi that became friends in Sochi Elementary School. He's born the same year, but he's younger than him, basically calling him a senpai that can teach him more coming like later times. Basically, we won't know the whole story unless we have to create a manga just yet, but he and Louis Takahashi reunited at the same day, at the same college, and he even got his girlfriend, Chia Hirai, which is a love interest that you can see in the retro character for later. Just like what I did for the multicolored shadings and highlights that I did for the mountain, the same can be said for OCs, characters, objects, and particularly materials and items. I won't be able to say anything about the characters, though you probably had to watch a whole demonstration for something, so I'll probably let you enjoy it. Even though you can still listen to the anime music while watching this demonstration. I'm not sure if this video is short, but just wanted to know. there's a snowstorm outside. Better put on the coat before I get to be able to freeze to death. Okay, so we finally got Hidamasa comfortable for the outside. But for I just want to hold something wherever he's going out and climbing up. Holding the tree stem that is covered with snowflakes. And I could have added a lot more of the hills on the background as landscapes, so it probably needs some addition. Alright, so that looks cleaned up. But I just want to add a little more fun to it. Even though if he likes a lot of mountain climbing and musical notes, he will also like cute little puppies that I like the same. Basically because they are so cute that remind me of Pokemon. I don't know why I love Pokemon so much, but it just gives me a lot more feels that some of them with ice powers have a cute little nod depending on the region or the temperature. Kind of like Charmeleon, whose fire type in Sword Wars is the same part as fire type as Charizard. The way before it has a pre-evolve to Charmeleon, though. Charmeleon. There's so many elements of Pokemon too. They got the Ice-type Pokemon that are Sedru, Sedslash, Vulpix, Ninetales, and so many Ice-type Pokemon that are the same as other elements. Basically because the Pokemon series is always on the go at this point. That way I can keep going on the go. Kind of like Pokemon Let's Go that I never played yet, but I forgot Pokemon Quest. It's an RPG element, but whatever. Alright, so we're close to wrapping up his background image by giving this dog a name, Harato, which is the Japanese name for pets. Pretty cool. Surprisingly cool. We made it to the top. Sure, it's cold there, but we did it. I probably come back down for a couple of minutes. How about that?